What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and this is the biggest thing that's been going on ever since Sunday. After we saw Lamar Jackson, we saw Dak shine uncontrollably. Now I'm getting, this is the question that's being asked of me continuously, right? Which one would I rather prefer? Would I want to go with Dak as the limited? Would I want to go with Lamar Jackson as the limited? Both of those quarterbacks are getting something this week. If they don't, something's wrong with what's going on. Like I said, they obviously, with the exception of Tom Brady, who we know is probably going to win the Super Bowl. So let me just calm everybody down that are Raven fans and also the Cowboy fans. More than likely, I would have to edge towards the Patriots winning the Super Bowl. Let's just go ahead and just be clear with that. But as far as the enlightenment and being able to see what Lamar Jackson was able to accomplish after coming off one of the most horrific playoff performances last year, the boos, all that stuff, John Harbaugh said he was sticking with him, everything was good. People were still disappointed with his throwing. He came out showing that he can actually do it. That is huge for me, but also Dak is one of the most underrated, underappreciated players in the NFL. All the top 100 lists I've seen, he wasn't even involved in any of that. So that's also a huge thing because his record is a lot better with the years that he's been there, and he's proven certain things for the Cowboys over the years that I don't believe he gets enough credit for. So let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at some of the cards, because remember, these limiteds won't be power-ups. They won't have to go into power-ups. They're going to stand on their own as their high overall. So what we're going to do first, we're going to take a look at what Dak card is. Let's take a look at what Dak's card is. All right, for all of you psychopathic fans out there that's going wild. All right, so Dak Prescott, this is his gold card. Now remember, you don't need the gold. You won't need, it's nothing like Madden 19 where you got to have certain portions of a power-up. This limited card, if he does get it, would not require anything. It would just stand on its own. All right, let's take a look at what he's doing. So obviously, if you watch the game or if you listen to my podcast, GmiasWorld Podcast, right here on YouTube, or it's available iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all kinds of places, it's syndicated. All right, just search GmiasWorld Podcast, right? You get it for free. If you look at what Dak Prescott is able to do and what he was able to successfully perform with yesterday when they just routed the Giants defense. Well, the Giants don't really have a defense. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need to even say that. Okay, that auction ended. All right, so you're going to interrupt my video? All right, nobody bought it though. All right, so we'll go to this one because this guy is obviously a psycho. He got 10 million on it, so that works out better. Thank you for that one expiring right there. Okay, so look, pretty much what's going to happen is this. This is what I expect, because the 89, what was the preseason, 89 Bradley Chubb, and it was another dude. I expect this guy to at least get an 89 to a 90. And some of you guys are probably going to say, what are you talking about? It's so high that overall. Keep in mind what I'm saying. The card stands alone by itself, and the previous week had the heroes that were 89 overall. Dak Prescott and Lamar Jackson absolutely 100% deserve something. So the Cowboy fans are going to believe that, obviously Dak is their guy. He deserves it. For me, I'm going to be selfish because I didn't get a Mike Vick, and I know Lamar Jackson will get all the things that Mike Vick has, but not be nearly as much. And also, remember, even though he played the Miami Dolphins, which is similar to playing Pop Warner, he rose and shone. People don't really understand something, right? Just because a team sucks, that doesn't mean that it's easier to throw the football as far as the way the quarterback is developed to throw the football. Because there's some quarterbacks in the league that can't make a throw no matter what. Wide open, covered, by yourself, at home, sleeping. There's a lot of quarterbacks that can't do that. Lamar was able to do that successfully a lot of times. And in addition to that, he's super fast. So as I look at Dak Prescott, we know Dak Prescott is not getting that crazy speed. He might get, the higher throw power, his mid, deep, short, Gallup played well, Amari Cooper played well, so he's going to get all those things, but he won't have the speed. So I ask you, Dallas Cowboy fans, should you really want him to get that higher card? Do you want him to be that guy, or do you want to kind of give it to Lamar so that we can all kind of cheat and still get a Mike Vick that's right-handed with Lamar Jackson? That's what I'm asking you. That's how I'm looking at it. Overall, Dak Prescott is finna get paid. Jerry Jones is going to have to pay him. There is no other thing to talk about. There's nothing to really discuss. This man is going to get paid. All right? So maybe that will be something that'll satisfy you guys. But as far as everything else that goes with him, he definitely showed out. There's not a question about it. My man went out there and just showed you guys, all right, I'm not top 100 on any of your lists. All right, cool. Sounds good to me. And he just kept, he just kept believing in himself, practicing, doing what he needed to do to get better. And there's no doubt about it that he's the leader of this football team. Like, that's not the debate. When it comes to leadership, you know what I'm saying? Dak Prescott is a full, like, outrageous leader. The dude is ready to go. There is no debate about that. The fact of the matter was people had questions about his throwing, being able to move the ball, making the right decision, getting it in tight windows. We kind of saw that because I don't think the Giants defense was like really good, obviously. So we haven't really seen him go against something that is like formidable yet. But he was able to deliver a win that the Dallas Cowboys really did need, and he did it with a lot of ease. So that's really why, in my opinion, he should be like, top up there to get that. Now, let's look at Lamar Jackson, and let's go back to why I want to be selfish with this, right? He hit Hollywood Brown a lot yesterday, deep, regularly. They got to put that deep up to at least the 80. His mid was very, very accurate. His short was excellent. So I expect all those to be 80s all over the place, right? Play action, it wasn't, dude was doing whatever he wanted. I don't know what they want to run around with the play action. The throw and the run got to be in the 80s. Throw under pressure. Was there really any pressure, though? Like, was there really anything going on, though? Like, Miami Dolphins, though? You suck, though? Like, that team is terrible. But I'm going to tell you this right now. I would just give him 80s just because. Because you went out there, you did what you're supposed to do. Regardless of how trash the team was, you still did what you had to do. But let's just key in on the speed right there, okay? They are going to have to give him at least an 88. At least. That's minimum. And that meets Mike Vick. Before all the other stuff is added on and you do the power up and all that stuff, that meets Mike Vick. So hear me out, guys. What do you think about having an 88, 89 Lamar Jackson that can throw the football in Madden 20? It's GG's. And they can't, see, this is the thing that's ill about this whole situation and why I like the way that they're changing up the team of the week. You can't manipulate the market. You see, what's going to happen is he can't be anywhere near what Mike Vick is being, what people are charging for Mike Vick right now. Even though Mike Vick has plummeted from 3.5 down to like 2.3 the last I checked. I think it was like 1.9 or something, a snipe recently. You can't do much about that. You see what I'm saying, bro? Like, you can't be going way too high with it. We'll be able to get his card for a reasonable value. If he's not the limited and he's the boss, it's even better. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. We got to gauge what we want and realize what we're saying. The limiteds can only be pulled in packs. If he's the boss, we could get them in the sets. So we got to be careful because now that I think about it, you can give Dak Prescott the limited because I don't want Dak Prescott. Cowboy fans rejoice, have fun, do all that good stuff. Give me Lamar Jackson as the hero, the boss, whatever he's going to be. Let me be able to complete the set because that makes it difficult, even more difficult for all of these guys to manipulate the market, and it makes it better for us. So overall, I think they both played very, very well. They've been excellent. Like I said, I tip my hat off to Lamar, bro. You know what I'm saying? For him to go out there and do that and just handle his business. We'll see week to week how they progress. But I love them going out there and just going wild, bro. I love to see that. These young men go out there because it kind of shows you, right? If you put the time into anything that you believe that you can be great at, all you need to do is keep believing in yourself. You don't need nobody else to believe in you. You know what I'm saying? You can show everybody else later when you get to it. But that young man has definitely been putting in the work. Because if you look at his throwing motion, completely different than it was last year. This dude is much more relaxed. He's letting go of the ball a lot freer. He's becoming, bro. I'm not gonna jinx him, bro. Let him just do what he's doing. But I love what he's doing. All right. Now let's go over to the sets, and I'm gonna ask you, Cowboy fans, to hear me out, right? Because now that I'm saying this, you guys probably gonna be like, "Yo, let us get the one with the set instead," right? That's what you guys are gonna want. You're gonna want the heroes to be in the set now. No. You guys have been raging at me, telling me how Dak Prescott deserves a limited, all this stuff. Give Dak Prescott the limited. Let us get our offensive hero, Lamar Jackson. Okay? Now, if we don't get both, I am going to rage uncontrollably. Why? Because if I can throw with Lamar Jackson, that makes the game a lot more fun for me. Right now, he couldn't throw anything. You know what I'm saying? The way they have him set up, that dude is missing every pass. But for me, right, the way that I see this right now, this actually works out for me a lot better. Okay, if they give Lamar Jackson the offensive hero. Defense, CJ Mosley looked really, really good. But they lost, right? Because he went to the Jets, right? I think he was balling out. He like a pick and all that kind of stuff, and they end up losing. It was wild. Whatever. I think that's where he went, right? From the Ravens to the Jets. Bro, whatever. I don't really care about the defense hero because my defense is pretty stout. I'm going offensive because I really want to run around like an absolute idiot because I see, like, when people run around with Michael Vick, it's nice to see that the attributes actually matter in the game, and it's so much fun to annoy people because dudes annoy, bro. They run around in circles, and I'll be in here screaming. But again, it's still fun for them, and that's something of more of an excitement protocol that EA was trying to add to the game. That's what I believe. I believe that that's what it was because they've gone through so much hiccups with not being able to get the players to perform to their attributes that now it's like, all right, we're going to make the players play the way they're supposed to. So adding throwing stats to both Dak and Lamar is going to make it, it's going to be seamless. I just urge you guys to not fight about it because I believe that both of them, regardless of how they do it, both of those quarterbacks should be able to get something. That's all I'm saying. Like, if they don't both get something, that's going to be, that's not going to be good. I don't think that that's going to be good at all. I'm just going to say that. That right there might be something that will be an issue. You know what I'm saying? So we have to kind of figure out where we want to go with that. But that's my whole thing on it. Because it's not like I don't like Steve Young. It's not even about that. It's about the fact that I want players that reflect more of what the game is doing at the time. And because escape artist is something that I know Lamar Jackson will be eligible for, that's why I'm pushing for that. I don't know if Dak Prescott would get escape artist. You guys think so? You Cowboy fans? Of course you do. You think he should get everything. But what I'm saying is I don't know if he meets that criteria. You know what I'm saying? So I have to wait to kind of gauge it. But he probably does. They probably will give it to him. It is what it is. They possibly will give it to him. So if that were to be the case, I would probably go with the better QB because I think they would give Dak Prescott more throwing, more throwing attributes as opposed to the other thing. So Lamar Jackson is still going to be lacking in those things. Maybe Dak Prescott gets the higher version of that. Short throw accuracy, medium, deep. Maybe that's the way it works. Listen, I want the escape artist, but I also want to be able to throw the ball when I need to. Whichever way that works, I don't care. I'm not biased to it. I will run around with either of the quarterbacks. I don't care. Keep in mind that Kyler Murray is probably going to get an update to his rookie premiere as well that I already stated it about. But I'm going to ask the Raven fans and the Cowboy fans to play nice in the chat. Let's not get too excited and say who's the better guy, whatever's going on. And let's just agree that they both deserve something this week. And if they don't get it, we're all going to be pretty disappointed. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Be sure to subscribe, turn on your post notifications. Until next time, one love.